guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Stockport. On the page of our hero, our Lord and Saviour, Bruno Bridges, the 25-year-old Portuguese legend who, what a man. I just stare at his beautiful face and I wonder what could have been. That being said, I mean, he's had probably more of a career than I ever expected him to. Don't worry, he will get a Premier League appearance at some point this season for us. He's not had one yet, but he has played in the Europa League and the Carabao Cup, so he's still racking up them appearances for the club. Do not you worry about that. The board have actually just agreed to up our data analysis facilities yet again for £2.4 million, so soon we are going to have data. We could rival Facebook for data very soon, which is a terrifying thought. I'm not sure how many more levels there are to the data analysis upgrades, so to speak. But I think we're about this far away from getting the players to swallow microchips so we can monitor their every single bodily function. Just asking for a bit of advice. I often find in my team I get a lot of shots off target but relatively few on target, even with work ball into the box on, so if anyone knows how I can increase my shots on target, that'll be class. Cheers. Well, you're in the right place, because, I mean, you commented on a Football Manager YouTube video, so yeah, of course you're in the right place. So welcome to the Tactics Clinic. I will be your doctor for today. I am incompetent and don't have a medical license, but we'll see what we can get you, eh? Now, I can't tell you how to fix your issue, but what I can tell you is how I would go about diagnosing the problem. Now, this could just be bollocks because this is me talking after all, and if you do know any other ideas, please do drop them in the comments to help, because this is how we all learn. But the way I would go about looking at this is there's several reasons why you could be getting lots of shots off target. Either it could be the finishing quality of your front players. I don't know anything about that. The PPMs they might have. Some of their shooting PPMs might be particularly inadequate for the roles you've potentially got them in. The roles could play a certain part. The individual player instructions. So I find that, for a start, if I'm getting loads of shots off target, statistically, or generally speaking, it's because my players are shooting from too long out. Now, you might want to have a look at how many long shots you're getting for a start and try to take that into account. So shoot less often is a good instruction to have on players unless they've got really good long shots. And even then, you don't always want it. So that's one way of doing it. Also, if you're getting a lot of shots off target, something else I found that worked in the past, I've not really used it this year as much because we've done all right, is turning the tempo down slightly. I found that in the past, having a slightly lower tempo means players aren't rushing their shots as much and you tend to hit the target a bit more if they're missing from close range. But those are the main things, really, looking at the tempo, looking at the individual player instructions, the PPIs. PPIs? That's payment protect. That's not what I meant at all. But if you've been missold it, there's some companies that will probably help you out on that one. Also, what could be worth doing is actually looking at the shots your team are having, looking at all the off-target shots. So you can go into the match and analysis, because apparently that's how it's said now. And if you go in there and you can actually look at the number of shots on off-target your team has had, watch the shots. That's what I did when I was doing that analysis last season. I watched all those shots, and then you could see which players are taking the shots, from which positions they're taking the shots. And if you can figure that out, you can pretty much zero in on your issue. Because if one player's taking loads of shots from range, tell him to shoot less, move his role slightly so he's not getting into those positions. You can definitely mold things without having to overhaul the entire tactic. And that brings me to another point. I sometimes see whenever we have a slight issue, like for example when we drew the Wolves on the opening day, you get a lot of suggestions in the comments section about, oh, you need to overhaul this entire tactic to fix this one tiny blip. And I often find that I think sometimes people overcorrect with things. Sometimes a tactical issue could be very, very minor and could require a single button click in one area of the team that will fix it entirely. But I think sometimes people tend to go nuclear on it, and that's what I used to do as well, and it just doesn't work. So maybe if you're struggling with tactics yourselves, anyone in this case, just maybe look at small changes rather than trying to overhaul things massively, essentially. That's the way I tend to look at things, and I think that served us well in this save. Anyway, that's enough of the Tactics Clinic. Let's get on to the games we've played off camera, which played yesterday, and I've now forgotten who we played against. Ah, yes, it was away to Bristol City. 17th place Bristol City. Unfortunate for them. Did not have a great day out there, unfortunately. David Mello gave us the lead after 19 minutes. Valentino Lazaro had to start here because of our solo suspension, made it 2-0, and things were looking good. Samuel Kalou then got one back for them with their first shot of the game. You know how it goes. But then we did start to bust through them in the second half as Josef Beiser grabbed himself a pair of goals, which was enough to win him man of the match. Every time you think Josef Beiser's career is about to fall off a cliff, he just grabs one of those pickaxey things and starts climbing back over the ledge again, and there he is with another 2 goals. However, Morgan Roussel decided, you know what? I'm feeling charitable today, and then this happened. He'd obviously seen what Tala Kanmaz had done earlier this season, so he thought, you know what, I can do one better than that. Wilson bringing it out goal, drops it off to Roussel, nice. Roussel's like, you know what, just have it back, son. And Wilson's like, okay, was that one meant for me? And it rolls straight into there. That's 2 of those we've had this year. Come on, guys, you're better than that. Thankfully, though, against Crystal Palace, bottom of the table Crystal Palace, we just turned on the quality in this game. Took a little while for us to really go, but we did get a goal early on through Morgan Roussel from a corner, whipped in wonderfully, headed it home, and it took until really towards the end of the game for us to finally crack them. Like, they were dreadful, obviously, bottom of the table, but they held out quite well. And, you know, it took until the 74th minute where Corbinian Gaddis got in there with a wonderful header to make it 2-0 and kill the game off. But then in stoppage time, we just suddenly went, you know what? No, we're going to murder you. And that's when Ander Abasolo stepped up and gave us a 3rd goal before Tala Kanmaz, 2nd goal from a corner in one game, which is very nice, made it 4-0 to Stockport County. Back-to-back games with 4 goals scored in. Nice for the goal difference. It was key passes for days in this one, just absolutely everybody. Even Eric Thompson-Svenningsson came off the bench to replace Bednar, who wasn't having a good game, and got himself an assist again. He is really starting to do a decent job as our 3rd choice left-back. Fair play to old Svenny. And that leaves us like this. We are back on top of the Premier League, boys. To be fair, we played against Bristol City and Palace, who are now the 2 bottom clubs. So if we hadn't won those games, it would have been a bit disappointing. So read into it what you will. The point is, we are still top of the league after 16 matches, and that's what's important. And more importantly than that, we are 8 points clear of dropping out the Champions League places, maybe 7 if Arsenal were to pick up a win. It's great to see Huddersfield up there doing so well. Point is, we're doing a good job so far. Ah, yes, it's at home to Olympiacos, so another chance to give the kids a little bit of a run out today, and I think that's important. Keep these guys getting European experience. Let's see who we're going to play. I'm just going to rotate the entire team as much as I can, really, so I'll come back to you in a minute once I've picked these lads. Okay, so that's probably the lineup we're going to go with. You might notice a simple theme here with the Lazaro-Miller partnership. I want to see if they can strike it rich again. Gaddis is going to get himself a start up top. Greg Stubbs, I think, has picked up a slight knock, has he? Is not available, so yes, I guess he must have done. In the midfield, Davidson and Aquabo in there with Regan Booty sitting in behind. At the back, it's Euro Truck Simulator, ETS on the left, Roussel and Makengo in the middle, with Bruno Bridges starting at right back again, because of course he is, with my man Wilson in goal. I just want to get 6 wins out of 6 in the group. That would be tremendous. You might notice we're on positive as standard now. I just moved it back a touch because I felt like it was a bit overly aggressive and it cost us points against West Ham. I'd rather see how the game starts and then move to that or cautious, because I just think it's a better overall approach, particularly as our youngsters out today, and we might want to give them a bit more of a chance to. Garage just going straight through people like they're not even there. Lazaro's already through, and oh my days, this is ridiculous. Liam Miller again. His 16th goal in all competitions this year, and his 9th goal in the Europa League. He's the Europa League magician. Valentino Lazaro as well. Can we talk about how amazing he's been? And that's really nice work from Gaddis as well. But Lazaro just takes that extra touch to go around. Miller makes the run of the back post. And yet again, this is what I mean. When Pedro shifts that PPM, he's going to be doing those runs. And oh God, I can't wait. He's going to be literally unstoppable. But I am a bit concerned that Real Madrid might poach him. Lazaro's ball. Oh, Makengo. But there is a guy in the French leagues who is like Pedro Plus, who we could potentially go after if we were to lose him. Lazaro out wide again. Will Miller make the run? You know he will. He's creeping in. Oh, Gaddis is in. Oh, what a finish that is. Corbinian Gaddis, bottom corner, 2-0 to Stockport County. We've got a plus 15 goal difference. Then again, RB Leipzig have got a plus 12 and they're only second in their group. Valentino Lazaro is absolutely killing it in the... What a ball that is. And what a first-time finish from Gaddis. Bottom corner, 2-0, wonderful. Literally no highlights after that, but a 2-0 lead. Miller and Gaddis. I might put it back to positive, in all honesty. I think we've worked better without it. And Bruno Bridges comes storming through. He's bringing the ball with him now. Can he find Gaddis, maybe? No. Drops it off for Lazaro. Sensible. Lazaro's making a run. Can he find the ball? He does! Oh my God, he's done it again. It's 3-0. Liam Miller again. Valentino Lazaro. That's his last 2 Europa League games, he's got 6 assists. The guy is an absolute machine on that right-hand side. It does make you wonder if Abasolo is even the right man for the job. I know they're weaker sides in theory, but Miller again, another goal for him in the Europa League. Incredible. Back for Bruno Bridges. Can he dig a cross out maybe? Goes back for Aquabo. Ball across. Makengo's there. Ball in. Lazaro. Oh, it'd be nice for him to get one himself. Oh, it's in the back of the net anyway. I think that's offside. No, it's not. It's an own goal by Gustavo Gomez. Andy Davison rattles one against him. It's now 4-0, and we have absolutely destroyed our Europa League group. I feel like we could tackle a Champions League group at this point, the way we're playing at the moment. Great ball in. Lazaro gets a bit unfortunate. Andy Davison just rattles one across, deflects into the back of the net. 4-0 Stockport County, and we are rocking now. Bruno Bridges again. Bombing in. Can he find a cross? He does! Lazaro's now put it in for 5. The second half has just completely taken off. We should have been on positive the entire time. Lazaro's now got on a goal to go with his 3 assists, and Corbinian Gaddis now has an assist to go with his goal. Can he dig a cross out? Finds Gaddis, he's in! Oh, wow, it's 6. Corbinian Gaddis with his second goal of the match. Tell you what, the kids in the Europa League are doing one hell of a job. I know this is probably the weakest team in the group still, but this is really nice work as well from Liam Hunter. Gotta say, just come onto the pitch, picks out a peach of a pass for Gaddis here. Lovely first touch, takes it through and slides it into the back of the net. It's nice to see him picking up a couple of goals as well, showing he can do it. 6-0. Talha's header to Lazaro. Can he knock it through maybe? He does. Gaddis! It's 7. Corbinian Gaddis makes it 7-0 to Stockport. His hat-trick is complete. Valentino Lazaro gets his 4th assist of the night and his 7th in the last 2 matches. I don't know what's changed in the Europa League, but my lord, this is a wonderful ball through from Lazaro. Takes them all out of the game. Gaddis is in there like the poacher striker that he is, and it's 7-0. My god. It's weird because I don't feel like we've been any worse or better than, oh my lord, than we've been in any of the other games. I think we've just taken more of the chances that have come to us. We created less, if anything, overall here, but they've just been so clinical. Gaddis has been superb. Lazaro's been amazing, and there you go. Stockport County 7, Olympiacos 0. Biggest win of the entire save. Stockport's biggest win in their European history, that is for sure. What a win that is. Corbinian Gaddis with the man of the match and the hat-trick, but Lazaro getting 4 assists. God, we've got another game in this episode yet. Right then, we're back on the day of the Manchester City game. Crazy tough, but they are, as you can see here, 10th in the Premier League at the moment on 26 points. The game in hand, if they were to win it, would take them up as far as 6th again, above Aston Villa, newly promoted Aston Villa. So it's certainly not going to be an easy game by any stretch, but, you know, we've got a title race to contend with. Anyway, let's move this around a lot. That'll do nicely for the first team. Let's just sort the bench. Yep, that'll probably do. So up front, Josef Baisa on the rest of the team, not just him. Pedro Abasolo, Melo, Slawi, Boffa, Bednar, Talha, Makengo, and Duran. Is Roussel knackered? Oh, he's suspended. And Wilson. On the bench, Bruno Bridges, Lazaro, of course, Akwebu, Miller, Davidson, Liam Hunter, and of course, Corbinian Gaddis, hero of the last game. This is going to be tough, though. We are away from home, and it is still City. They're a decent side, and they might have the new manager bounce. We are going to start on cautious for today, but we will adjust on the fly if we need to. I would love it if we came here and put something over them. Remember, we've beaten them once, and that was actually in our first season in the Premier League, to give you an idea. That wonderful 3-2 result. But we'll see. Oof, that is not a lot of possession. Pedro's free kick. He's done it again! Man City 0, Stockport County 1. Pedro's free kick. I tell you what. He is a machine from these. His 10th goal of the season. What about... I mean, to be fair, Ederson should be keeping that one out. That is not a brilliant free kick, but it is in. We lead at the Etihad. Yes. Oh, Pedro's won it. Can he set through? Josef Baisa, he's taking a great touch there. Josef Baisa, it's going to be a tough angle for him. Oh, he's hit the post. He nearly snuck that in the bottom corner. Fair play. Just cuts through like they're not even there. Baisa's in behind one touch. Oh, can he get onto it? Oh, he scored! Ederson is having a woeful day so far. Josef Baisa into double figures for the season as well already. That's really nice to see. Pedro does so well here. Cuts inside, slips it in here. I thought, did the tackle come in? Yeah, it just does enough, but Baisa just picks it up and drills it from the edge of the area. Again, Ederson should be keeping that one out. That's just bad goalkeeping on both of the goals, to be honest. 2-0. I mean, if that's how Man City have been this season, I can understand why they've needed to bring in another manager, quite frankly, because that was dreadful from them. Pedro and Baisa's goals, terrible goalkeeping from Ederson, and we've just got to sit on this and try to keep hold now. Talha does get a good clearance on that, and we've not won it back yet. Bailey, he's going to have to shoot, surely. Oh, that's a great goal from Kai Couturier. That is, yeah, a really good finish, unfortunately. 2-1. We did our best there. I think we were just trying to clear our lines. We had all the players in the right positions for the most part. Had a decent wall of defenders, but the ball just comes to him in a really tight area, and he's able to get it away first time. Not the best from Wilson either there. Maybe he was unsighted. It is 2-1. Okay. Uh-oh. It seems like City are starting to actually throw some stuff at us now. We might struggle to hang on here. Oh, just wide. Still winning, though. My assistant has somehow set Bofa to mark João Felix. I don't want him doing that. That could drag him well out of position. See, look, he's now right up here where he should be sitting in behind the defence. Oh, God, that's going to cost us a goal, isn't it? Bailey. Sane. Save. That is what used to happen when we used to get Dyer dragged out of position. So hopefully that tactical change should fix that now. I don't know when I clicked the button, but it certainly did not have the good effect. Durand, nice touch. Can he get the ball clear? Oh, that's poor. That's really poor. If they get a 93rd minute equaliser, Bailey, cleared. Oh, God, we can't clear it. Clear your lines, guys, please. De Bruyne, headed away. Cleared away again. It's going to come back to him. They're not done yet. Keep getting those headers on it, lads. Good clearance. Get your lads on it. Ball across, Talha clears. Oh, I think no, there's still more. 8 seconds left. They've got one more header to win. Oh, thank God for that. It's going to be a goal kick, and we're going to win at the Etihad for the second time in this save. What a win that is. Second half, useless. But the first half, really good performance, and that will surely do it. Bednar with the ball at his feet. See that final whistle, ref. Come on. You want to do it. There we go. Man City 1, Stockport 2. Our second win over City in this save comes at their ground for the second time, and that's huge. That sends us back to the top of the table and is a massive away win against, in theory, a team that should be challenging up there. Yes! So that is how the league looks after 17 matches. We're top of it, which is the most important thing, but more importantly, possibly than that, is the fact that we are 11 points clear of dropping out of the Champions League spots. Top of the league at the moment, best goal difference in the division, which is fantastic. We might actually have a proper crack at this at the moment. Man United's starting to gain on us and Chelsea at the moment, so that could still definitely happen as they've won away at Liverpool. But we're on this year. We're definitely on for it. I just hope they don't bring out the new match engine and it kills this entire save. But if that does happen, then we will do an analysis and we will fix it, even if it doesn't get us back to the same level straight away. So, next episode, I want to do a nice batch off camera now, particularly as the games are close together, so we can get through quite a few matches because it is this time of the year and we want to get a bit of progress. We're going to come back and do Stoke. So off camera, Newcastle in the EFL Cup quarter-final at home. That's a definite winnable match. Potentially get to a semi there. We've got Wolves, Leicester and Southampton in the league, then Lincoln City in the FA Cup. All winnable games in theory. We could be right up there after this, but this is where things often go sour for us. There's a few tough away trips in there. We'll just have to do our best and see how many wins we can pick up in this period. I still think we're strong enough to be right up there when we come back though, because then after that, we've got Europa League knockout stuff starting up because we need to get to the quarterfinals this year, and I feel like we're strong enough to definitely do that at least. That's going to be fun as hell. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, we put 7 goals past Olympiacos and 1 at the Etihad. What a performance from us that was. Then drop a like on the video. That would mean the world to me. It's not for me. It's just to push me up the YouTube rankings to make more people find the channel, and it definitely seems to have worked lately. That's what I would say, so keep on doing that, guys. And if you're new to the channel from that, do hit the subscribe button. That'd be awesome as well. The big red thing with the, yeah. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.